Good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, you guys, it's like misting, sprinkling outside right now, kind of.
Yeah. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, me too. We've been waiting for this rain to come and wash away all the dust and wash down all the pollen and everything.
Get it out of here, because, dude, it's been dry.
It's been very dry.
All of the plants and everything need it right now. So it's a really, really good thing that it's raining.
Yeah, we knew it was coming, so we planned for today for it to be kind of a rainy day.
Yep. We did plan. I mean, you're going to edit today, right?
Yes, I got back-end office stuff to do, and
I got some other plans for me to do, because I'm going to go nuts and stare crazy in the house. I already know it.
You're going to put the trash bag on and go wander the property?
I don't know. I do have a raincoat now.
Yeah, you do.
I do have that.
I was just trying to be funny.
But yeah. But no, I have some plans that we need to do. There's some stuff that we gotta get tackled and done and whatnot. And if this rain or sprinkle mist, whatever it is, all right, lightens up a little bit, I might go outside and start working on that front mudroom area.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Because I'm antsy in the pantsy.
Man, we had such a really good work day yesterday, guys. We set out to accomplish a goal of at least hanging up all of the floor joists for it. Mm-hmm. And we were very successful with meeting our goal. And all of the floor joists are set up and exactly where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it came down to a lot of your pre-planning.
Yes.
We had put like the footers in the ground. I want to say it was like months ago, honestly. I think it was springtime or maybe the beginning of summer or somewhere around there. And just doing the footers was kind of agonizing. Excuse me.
Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit. Because
just a wee bit.
It was a lot of back and forth and a lot of numbers, and you got to make sure that it's right. But you know what? I will say that I'm very happy that you took your time with that, because yesterday went absolutely flawlessly, friends. Absolutely flawlessly. I put a picture up on our community tab for everybody, just a little sneak peek. And then I also made another post for the community members. And so members, if y'all are watching this, you guys got to see like how it all looks. And doesn't it change the whole feel, friends? Doesn't it change the whole feel? I think it does. And it like reignites a new fire under us. Like, we've been working really hard and being really patient and getting everything together so we could get to this point. And now we're finally there, and everything is going really fast now.
So I'm really, really happy with it.
Yeah.
So it should go by pretty quick with what is still needing to be done, right? And it's gonna be a good one. Like, I'm really, really happy with how fast everything's going together. This is how I was imagining it being ease-wise.
Imagination.
And it's mainly because, like what you said, I took my time and I measured multiple times, and I prepped everything to where for that moment to where it should be okay. We might have to do a little bit of back and forth, right? But not as much as what we did in the beginning.
No. And
so
I would say, like, had you not done that when it came down to, getting her done yesterday, it wouldn't have gone as smooth. Yesterday, honestly, after we recorded Real Talk, Anthony and Rox came over. They came and got Bella, and they got Lillian.
Yeah.
And it was so good to be able to visit with Anthony and Rox. We hadn't seen them in over, like a week and a half or so. So there was lots to be updated on the homestead front, as well as like how their trip went and all that stuff. So we wanted to spend some good time with them yesterday. So we did. And we got to work a little bit later than we were anticipating. So once we actually started working, I like readjusted my expectations. I was like, well, I would just be really happy if we can get the square lined out off the building. So that way we can come back and then hang the floor joists the next time we go back out there to work.
Yeah.
And I was kind of readjusting my expectations just because I was like, well, the amount of time, and I know how long things take as far as like measuring and remeasuring, and then, the camera work and stuff. Everything takes time. So I had readjusted. But I will say, like, my expectations were blown way out of the water. We ended up meeting our original goal, getting all those floor joists hung, and everything is plumb and square and level, and it's good to go now, man. There's the tiniest little bits of things that we need to do before we can lay down the Advantech, which is the actual, it's like a plywood or whatever, but it's like a flooring that goes down.
It's OSB.
OSB. Okay, well, it's that. And then after that's down, then you can actually start building the walls on top of that.
Correct.
But those things are not going to take long. It's like, it's all the metal, basically. All the hurricane straps, all the bracing and brackets and stuff. Those all still need to be added. And wasn't there something else?
I need to cut off the joist tails at the end and make it to where I can put the band board in, as well as we've got to start working on the actual deck or stoop area.
Oh, the stoop. Yeah, that's right. The stoop.
We got to work on that area and get that to where that's tied in. And then I got to block that all nice and funny, which those are going to be some weird cuts, but it shouldn't take... It shouldn't be anything too crazy. I mean, I'm only notching it out for the 2x6s, so
yeah.
But
it shouldn't be too bad.
We'll see. We'll see how that one rolls out.
I'm super excited though, friends. We have like a new fire ignited underneath us to keep this train a rolling. You know, we're getting closer and closer with every day towards the end of the year. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is what it is. You know, we're about. We're still not quite midway, but we're about a quarter of the way done through September already, which is just ridiculous, but here we are. And, you know, time waits for nobody, and the big year-end goal is to have metal on the roof, and once we finish the mudroom out front, then all of the surfaces that will need metal for the roof will be there. And we can take our final measurements and we can actually go and start ordering the metal for the roof and getting the product here, getting our quotes and things. And we can finalize our final budgeting and stuff. Because like right now, we're just saving like X amount, which we think is going to be over what we're going to need, just so that way we make sure that we have enough. But the measurements and stuff and making sure that those particular pieces are going to be available for us to get, that's going to be another thing that we face, which I feel like will go smooth.
We'll be able to get there. I have a feeling it's going to be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different companies that make it.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of research on it, and I found a few that are around us.
And so just to be clear again, in case you guys missed it, we're not going with like just regular metal for the roofing. We're going with like a standing seam or seamless metal roofing. And so essentially, instead of like when you normally install roof, you just put the metal down and then you have the fasteners that go on top of the metal. And, you know, over time, those little rubber pieces that are
neoprene washer.
That's what it is. Those things can wear out from sun damage and from weather damage, and then you can end up with little leak points in your roof. It is suggested to go up on top and replace those little fasteners every 10 or so years. And we don't want to do that. We want to be one and done with our roof.
Or if you have somebody that's heavy-handed with a screw and then they blow out that washer, then it's never sealed from the beginning.
Yeah, there's always a leak point, and we don't want that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, and which is another reason why we're taking our time, making sure that we are aware of everything. This is our first build too, guys. So we want to go with the seamless metal roofing.
Hides all of the screws and the fasteners. So
we need to know the surface area of the roof, and we're not going to be able to know the surface area of the roof until all of the roof surfaces are built.
Correct.
So we're almost there though, guys. We're almost there, and it's so exciting to finally get to this point where it feels like we're licking our finger to turn the page. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Correct.
We're right there. We're right there.
That was a really, really good analogy right there.
I come up with them once in a while. Once in a while, I got a good one. It's what, Thursday? Only on Thursdays. Yeah.
But it's coming together pretty well. I'm really happy with how everything's panning out.
Yeah.
And how everything's going together. I'm really curious to see how it's all gonna go.
I am too. I'm not just curious, but I'm excited. And you know, like when we had the the concrete footers down, and I just was staring at the footers and looking at the distance, you know, in the dirt from relative to the cabin. It felt like a good amount of space, you know, like I knew in my mind what the distance was, but when you have, now that we have the floor up and I can stand on it and like walk on it, it is bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's bigger than I thought it was.
Now, once we get the walls up, it will shrink it.
It'll make
by
it
about
in.
a foot.
Yeah.
Around, and then on that one side, it'll be about 6 inches in.
Yeah, but it's still like,
yeah, it's
still bigger than what it felt like when we were just looking at the concrete, at least for me, just because I'm the visual learner. Hi, friends. So.
I could see the spot, but it still is a little bit bigger than what I was anticipating.
Yeah.
You know, I could see the spot in the footing spots, and I was like, okay, that's going to be nice. That's going to be a good size, you know? And I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bit bigger than I was anticipating, but not by much.
Yeah.
Like maybe, like we're talking literally like it's me. All right, we're talking about 6 inches this way or that way. And it might be because I'm accounting for the walls in there, you know what I mean? Once the walls are up, it's probably, I'm going to be like, yep, that's exactly what I thought. Okay.
Which, speaking of the walls, friends, they are going to be kind of sort of half walls-ish in a way, because we're going to have a lot of windows. So they're going to be full walls, but they're going to be window walls, where like the bottom half, you know, is going to be just regular wall, but then the upper half is going to be windows. And we still have to go and purchase our windows.
Yep. And see what windows we are going to be getting and whatnot like that. But we're, it's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm so excited, guys.
I think what we're going to end up doing is planning it out to where we do have to do a dump run.
Okay.
And we go do the dump run, and then we go get that, like go look at the windows and hopefully get the windows and the door and everything else like that. Hopefully they have a security door too.
Ooh, that would be nice.
So I would love to get security doors.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
But, right, we go get all that stuff, and then we can also go to the chiropractor, get popped, crackled and popped and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, make a day out of it.
That would be really good. And you know, it'd be perfect timing too, because we'd have that flatbed trailer.
Yep.
And it would be easier for loading and unloading and everything else once we do the dump run. Yeah, we could make a whole day out of it. Maybe that'll be coming up soon too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to need to be sooner than later.
Sooner than later. We'll probably think about probably doing it this weekend.
Yeah.
And triple check on the stores and everything else like that.
And the weather.
And the weather.
Yeah. If it's, I mean, I guess if it's just misting like this, it would be fine. But
from what I understand, looking at the weather, we good after today. So we'll see what happens.
And I mean, it is a sprinkle. I'd say it's a little more than a mist right now. It's a sprinkle, but I don't know how heavy it's going to get. Out here in Arkansas, it really can change like in an instant. It can be like this, and then 2 seconds later, and then 5 minutes after that, it's like scorching sun. And it really can change very, very quickly out here. So
it's a saying, wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes.
Oh. See what happens.
It's facts, though. It's facts.
And with this hurricane coming through, it's or I guess it's a tropical storm now or whatever. But with that hitting landfall and everything and going up pretty much east Arkansas, going towards Tim over there.
Oh,
so
rich life.
Good luck over there, buddy. Hope you're prepared on all you guys out in that area. And we're sort of on the far tail end of it, and we're getting that last or the little bit,
the little whip
on the edge, on the edges, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. Hopefully, it'll stay like this. Our plants need some water. You know, my food plot needs some water.
You're like, I want those deer to come back.
Oh, nonstop, man, and sit there and be like, oh, it's gonna rain. All right, I'm gonna go plant. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not a dang drop. I'm like, why? So hopefully they didn't just, shrivel up.
Hopefully they'll germinate now and start popping out.
Hopefully.
It is, it is getting to that part of fall where we're going to have a lot more storms. Like, memory serves correct, around this time of year, usually we'd get like a rain a week.
No.
Maybe not like a crazy rain, but even just something like what we're having right now, it'd be like once a week. which is
at least.
Yeah, because it's the transition from it's the transition from summer to winter, and that the temperature's cooling and all that brings, and that's how it stays so green and beautiful out here. So I don't complain about it at all. We just adjust accordingly, you know.
Yeah.
And we have so much stuff that we're doing. But days like this are great for us because it allows us to get back together, to replan and refocus on, you know, different things that we need to take a look at that require our attention.
Yep.
And it gives me time to get the editing and stuff done, you know, and continue making great content for you guys.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we can get stuff in the can all day long, you know. We can get videos recorded, but unless I have the time set aside to put it together, it'll never come out. So
right now, I think you got what, 2 videos in the can?
Yeah, I do. I have 2 videos that I need to edit out and put out for you guys, which I'm gonna edit today, and I'm gonna get one out for you guys today. Gary did a great job filming the whole thing, and it's completely his adventures in the woods. So you guys can hang out with Gary. I think Abe makes a cameo.
Yeah, there's a few bits of Abe in there, but it's basically what I've been up to out in the woods for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, Gary's over here like this.
Man, I'm excited, dude.
I'm excited too.
I am so excited for this hunting season. It's not even like.
And there's a lot of trail cam footage too that Gary set aside, and he put in another folder, and he's like, work this in there too, Mel. So I got my hands full today. It's always a little bit more difficult when I'm not recording because I have to like watch everything.
No, I went through all of my trail camera footage that I saved. Like, I got a crap ton, but I realized, I was like, man, I really didn't save a whole lot of like raccoons or squirrels or like bunnies or like any of the small ones, because I'm like, there's just so many of them out here. And I was like, I don't need to save that.
Do I have that footage of the big bear?
You have the footage of the bear in there.
There was giant bear. Like, we're talking big old Papa Bear. Like,
I'm not sure. I want to say
this bear is bigger than Gary.
I want to say there's footage of the mama bear with her 2 cubs running around back there too. We got coyotes on there, bobcats on there.
And it's all just right here in our woods, man.
The foxes are on there. Yeah.
So anybody wondering why we walk around in the woods strapped, that's why.
There's a reason. There's a reason. And it doesn't, you know, and that's another thing, you know, like just the sound of that itself, you don't even have to, you know, go after the animal per se.
Yeah, you can even just do it in the air. Well, I mean, I wouldn't do it
not in the air, but
you know, figuratively speaking.
Do it in a safe distance, you know, away.
Yes.
You pick your target right and whatnot, but just that sound will scare off anything.
Yeah. For
the most part, right? Now, you just walking around the forest, and that's partly why I like having the stick, you know, making a lot of noise, smacking around, going around, stomping around a little bit, you know, and yeah, that alone scares off a lot of critters.
Yeah.
But there's some critters that are like, what is that? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait because ain't nothing messing with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Which, I mean,
so
they
that's where it's like, I'd rather.
But at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
But Gary has been having a lot of fun out there, and that's what I'm going to edit out and try to get out for you guys today.
Yes.
We did post on the community tab yesterday on SimpleLifeReclaimed, giving you guys a sneak peek of all the work that we got done in the front mudroom yesterday. And then we actually posted like the full scale view for our members only.
Yeah.
So thank you, members, for being awesome and, you know, watching and checking it out and everything. Love you guys so much. But you guys were going to have to, unfortunately, wait until I think Saturday is when I'm going to be able to get that video out for you guys, just because of my editing schedule. And then we're homeschooling and we've got all, you know, life and all sorts of different things going on at the moment. But I am going to, if I can edit both of them today, that would be like mega win. But I'm not going to put that much on my plate. My plate, I'm going to try to serve up just at least your video, get that out. and then do some of my clerical correspondence and stuff with some of our sponsors and things like that that need to be done, which help finance us around here, guys, which it helps tremendously on us being able to get building supplies and being able to continue pushing forward with everything. So appreciate
100%.
your understanding. It's like a huge blessing. Like, that's such a huge blessing that we get to work with so many different companies and services and stuff. Like, it's awesome. I love it. It's
100%.
very, very exciting. We get to try cool things, and then, you know, in exchange, they help us to continue to progress with our build and our life out here. It's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Super duper thankful. But today is looking like it's going to be one of those days for me, at least. I know you had mentioned you were like, I want to go out and get to work on some stuff. So what do you, if the rain lets up a little bit more, what are you thinking? Because Gary gets cabin fever. He's spent the majority of his life working outside. Like, when he worked a regular 9 to 5 when we were in Arizona before the whole Rona business and all that. He worked for the zipline. He worked for a zipline tourist company. And he was outside every single day.
And then not only
for
that,
years.
but in my teenage years, I was a skater. So
yeah,
I was,
you were always outside.
I was always out on those streets.
And a Boy Scout.
And a Boy Scout.
You know, so like
always outside.
Outdoors is a huge part of your life. Yeah.
So it's I love it being out here. It's awesome. But yeah, there's always something that I can do and get into, you know. And there's always certain things around and about that I can find. I've got a lot of to do things in my mind.
He ain't spilling no beans.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But I might go out in the front and work on the deck. I'll say that.
Okay.
I might go out and work on that deck if it lets up a little bit.
Get it all prepped and ready for us to do the walls.
To lay down the floor.
Lay the flooring and then start
and then
the
that
walls.
way we're ready for the walls and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot that I can do. I'm curious to see what happens with this rain and all that.
Yeah. We've got a lot on our agenda between now and the end of the month. We have the big goal for us for this month is to get as much progress done for the mudroom as possible. Hopefully get it to where it's ready for the roofing. That would be like super great. Another thing, Gary's going to start his hunting season because there's been deers all over the place and we got to stock that freezer.
Yep.
And then also we want to finish out our gazebo area over at Camp Life. But I don't think the gazebo is going to take more than a day or two because it's a box kit type thing.
It should go by pretty quick. There's
no cutting and measuring and stuff involved. It's just screwing it all together basically. So I don't feel like that's going to take very long.
I'm curious to see how that thing's set up.
Me too.
I hope there's not 5,000 little washers
there will
that
be.
You have to tear off
there will be.
of a strip.
We'll give the kids a job. We'll give the kids a job again. Hey, they were really helpful with us.
No, they were. They were
really helpful.
They were really helpful.
Wells.
You know what I mean.
I do know what you
mean.
You
know exactly what I mean.
Man, that's tedious. Like
those washers,
all
I'm like,
oh
my goodness. There's so many little washers.
Just prepare yourself mentally for that because it's probably going to be a thing.
Hey, everything's all panned out and leveled out, right? So we should be all right.
Yeah.
We should be good.
Yeah, and we're going to try to get that wrapped up here very, very soon as well. So that way it can be done and usable and enjoyable over at Camp Life. And when we have friends and family come over, you know, we can reclaim that space together and, you know, it's going to be really awesome. I'm super duper looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool.
So that's coming up. But that's basically what we have planned for the remainder of this month. I can't believe we're already like a third of the way done with the month. It's crazy, ridiculous to me. But it is what it is. Time is not waiting for anybody. It's just flying on by. But we are doing great progress this month, I'd say. You know, you got a lot of stuff done out in the woods that you wanted to do. The footers and stuff are ready over at camp. And we got all the floor joists hung for the mudroom, guys. I'm like on such a high right now because of just that. Because, you know, we worked so hard and for so long on the back deck because there were so many different pieces to the puzzle for this back deck. Not only that, but the massive size of this back deck. And realistically, we started doing this back deck, I would say like last winter, because that's when we started doing the pillars, the block pillars.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like the first, you know, step 1 of this back deck, block pillars. Step 2, post, girder, you know, and then floor joists.
Floor joists and getting all that going.
So we had something to work from. So it wasn't just, you know, an easier thing like how out front everything is so much easier because 1, the size and scale of it, right? And then it's only wood. We already did the footers. But 2, it's all like at like chest height to me. So, and for Gary, that's even lower.
It's all at a really nice working height.
It is. It's a really nice working height. And, you know, all the materials are right there.
There isn't ladders that need to be pulled over here or over there and trying to bring things up in the air.
Yeah.
And
it's much faster, which makes it much more, I guess, kind of enjoyable. Like there are several steps to the puzzle.
Yes.
There's so many things that we have to do over there, but I feel like it's going by so much faster. Just the amount of work that we got done yesterday, and the fact that we didn't even get to work like fully all day, but we still met our goal. You know, I had totally readjusted our goal because we hung out with Anthony and Rox, you know, thinking that, oh, it would just be nice if we just got the square and we didn't even do the hanging joists, but we ended up doing the square and the joists, and everything's plumb square level and good. And it wasn't even like a full work day for us because we ended up taking the time with the family. So it was like, I don't know. I'm proud of us. We did really great yesterday. I'm on a super high over it. I can't wait to continue working over there and to tie in that roof, man. Mm-hmm. And we can get all of our numbers together for the metal.
That roof is going to be nice, man. That's going to be, I can't wait to be able to get all the way up to that roof area and have that done up in that front area, and then be able to climb up to the roof and measure out what I need to measure out real quick.
Yeah.
Get all my measurements, dot all my T's, dot all my I's, make sure it's all situated and ready. And I can bring up all my measurements and my CADs basically and be like, here you go. I need roofing for this. All the pieces.
I need all the pieces to the puzzle, please.
So yeah, that's going to be
that day is coming very soon. Very, very soon. I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be in October.
Yes.
But we already kind of knew that once we got into the beginning of September. We already kind of adjusted accordingly. But hey, it's still before the end of the year, so
100%.
Like I'm happy with it, man. I'm super happy with how everything's going, and yeah.
Should be really, really nice, man.
Yeah.
Everything's going together really, really well with how everything is lining out.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to have it done sooner than later, right?
Of course.
But that's with anything in life.
You can only do what you can do as you can do it.
Exactly.
You know,
so,
and if you know, and I know that we're doing our best, that's all that there is.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I know that we are, so I'm happy.
It's going to fly, though. It's going to fly by.
I know.
Soon, you know, real soon, one of these days, we're going to sit here and be like reminiscing about the build and the building. And
it'll be, remember when we
were doing this and doing that, and yeah.
I don't want to wish it away. I want to stay slowed down
and enjoy this whole process
and enjoy the moment, because you are so right. It's gonna seem like no time at all, and we'll be sitting reminiscing. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but we got to get things rolling and get this day going. I think it might be starting to slow down on that sprinkling. We're gonna see.
It does look like it's slowing down just a hair.
A little bit.
So we'll see what you can get into, because I got a full day of being in the Matrix today. I got a full day of Matrix activity and homeschooling and domestics and stuff that I got to get to, but I had it planned for that, so we're just going to keep going and moving along according to what we need to get done.
Yeah.
But I will have a video for you guys on Simple Life Reclaimed today, so long as everything goes according to plan. And then like we said earlier, I got a couple of videos like already recorded. It just is a matter of me etching out the time to edit it and get it out for you guys. So stay tuned on Simple Life Reclaimed today for a new video coming soon. More will be coming out later. And then tomorrow we'll be back here on Real Talk with SLR to chit chat with you guys and let us know how today went. I'm sure Gary will have a bunch of stories for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So until tomorrow, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.